Supreme Court Judge Dr Smokin Wanjala says he will seek to streamline the organs of the judiciary if he becomes the next Chief Justice. Wanjala says he will continue with the transformation agenda and establish a communication mechanism for public engagement to make sure it's not aloof to the people. He defended the Supreme Court ruling on the 2/3 gender principle, saying his ruling was not informed by patriarchal interests. He also dismissed suggestions that a scholar cannot make a good CJ. Here's more from the Supreme Court judge.
Is there a problem? Do you perceive any problem with the Supreme Court?
First, I did not say I would unite the Supreme Court, but if what you're asking, Professor, is whether there's a problem in the Supreme Court, I would say there isn't in terms of operations, in terms of working as judges, but I also know that there have been developments in that court which could have actually, and which have the tendency, the potential to give an impression to the public that indeed there is a problem in the Supreme Court. I think we are talking about the recent decision about the retirement age. It was, I think, to me, one of my lowest moments on that court, because the impression out there is that this is a court that is not cohesive. But the difference is one of opinion. It was one of legal opinion as to what really the commanding law was in that situation. We have since realized that that perception is out there, and unless it is addressed, it can dent the image of the court.
Judge, would you classify, or would you describe the problems of the Supreme Court as ideological, philosophical, political, personal? Or is it just a question of perception?
I think, let me not sit here and become the high priest of the Supreme Court, but ideological differences are normal, are a norm, where you have a group of individuals with different worldviews. There are ideological differences on courts the world over. But I don't think there are any political differences, in my view, or personal differences. But in terms of how one approaches a judicial question, there must be a difference. Otherwise, if you move like a ship, you will never give intellectual leadership in terms of how jurisprudence develops. So to me, I really don't think there are any personal differences on that court. But ideological differences must be there, and they will continue to be there.